Hello folks, and welcome back to another episode of Dai Gyakuten Saiban 2! Today we are heading into the second case, or episode, however you want to call this, the Memoirs of the Clouded Kokoro. So this one actually does take place after case 4 in the first game. It's a flashback, because if you remembered in case 1 of DGS2, Susato asked Naruhodō to look back onto the notes of the second case with Souseki. Yes, Souseki is accused once again, and I believe this is literally a day after or something from case 4's trial or something like that. But yes, let us get started. And there's going to be some narration, so I don't have to say anything for a while. Yes, go, please. It's fine. I trust you.
ブライヤーロードの歩道で起こった姿なき犯人による冬の夜の惨劇。背中を刺され倒れた裏若きレディが生死をさまよううちに事件は解決した。窮地に陥った東洋人の留学生が我が友人によって救い出されたその晩、ガス灯の刻むほの暗い影の中、再び奇怪な事件が闇を切り裂いた。当時の新聞の戦場的な見出しを記憶している者も多いだろう。悪霊に見入られた死の邸宅、死刑囚の呪い、ガス魔人の恐怖。現場に駆けつけた名探偵は瞬時にその真相を看破するのだが、それは悲劇の舞台の幕開けを告げるプレリュードに過ぎなかったのである。
Spooky. I can't remember if Naruhodō talks here. No, he doesn't. Please forgive me. I have just come out of doing the DLC case of Spirit of Justice. So, give me a sec, give me a bit to readjust back to doing DGS again. Hopefully I will just be doing DGS now, so it won't mix me around too much, hopefully. My name is Naruhodō Ryūnosuke. I'm still getting used to being a defense attorney. 6 months ago, I crossed the Great Ocean. From the Great Japanese Empire to London, the imperial city of the Great British Empire, as a legal exchange student. Through a mysterious twist of fate, I happened to meet an internationally known great detective. And ended up somehow setting up an office in the attic of his room. I stood in this foreign court as a defense attorney, and even managed to win a not guilty verdict. But after an unforgettable, grueling battle 4 months ago, I haven't stood in court. Well, more like I can't stand in court. Okay, so right now this is present day after case 5 of DGS2 before we flash back to that other case. Okay. But that halted story has begun to move again. Because of this single letter that arrived this morning from my homeland. Is this, okay, it's fine. Is that a stomach? Naruhodō! There's a delicious scent wafting up from downstairs. It's about time for breakfast. Guess I'll head down. To Home-san's room. Ah, bless Naruhodō and his hungry stomach. I think everyone can relate with Naruhodō when it comes to wanting to eat all the things. And food. It's August 30th, 7:28 a.m., Holmes' room.
Ah, Naruhodō-kun, perfect timing. I just finished frying the bacon and was about to call you down.
Yeah, good morning, Iris-chan. It smells great today. So, listen to this. Something surprising happened this— Shh! Silence! How about some light mental calisthenics? How about some light mental calisthenics before breakfast, folks? Home-san. Ho ho ho, I see. Oh my, so that's how it is. Oh, hey, you're really close. I believe I see it now. The truth that my deductions have whispered to me. What do you mean? You! Voila! Experienced something surprising this morning. How was that, Mr. Naruhodō? Oh, come now. It was simple. I shouldn't even need to explain. For starters, your hair is an absolute mess this morning, sticking out at all angles. Secondly, you seem to have forgotten to fasten the third button on your jacket. From those two things, I can conclude that something happened to startle you this morning. Can I say something? Oh, by all means. What is it, Mr. Naruhodō? My hair is just like it always is. It's been like this ever since I met you. Has it? And this button was popped off last night. By you.
What? Holmesy did that?
Ah, now I remember. It happened after dinner, didn't it? I took up my famous instrument like always and was enjoying playing a solo in its warbling voice. That's when the stinking famous instrument suddenly snapped its third string. I was so fierce that without even thinking about it, I just reached out and plucked off the button in front of me. Can I please have my button back? I can't close my jacket anymore. What? You expect me to know where it is? Isn't it lying over there somewhere? Harsh. What matters is whether my deductions was correct or not, and nothing else.
But I'm pretty sure Naruhodō-kun told us that already. Something surprising happened this morning, he said.
Holmes. Now there's a surprise! Oh, Holmes. This man here is the Great British Empire's prided great detective, Sherlock Holmes-san. Apparently, there's no one in the whole wide world who doesn't know his name.
Alright, you two, let's eat breakfast before it gets cold, okay? I'm experimenting with a new blend of herb tea this morning.
And this is Iris Watson-chan, Holmes-san's little roommate. She's an amazing girl, who's also the author of hit novel series here in London. Apparently, the adventures of Sherlock Holmes are written by her. Well, Mr. Naruhodō, what in the world happened? Oh, right. This morning, a letter arrived from the Great Japanese Empire.
Oh, you mean from Susanoo-chan?
Yeah, and she wrote something curious in it. Oh-ho! Now you have my interest. Why don't you tell us all about it over breakfast?
Yeah, I'm really curious.
We will do that in a moment. How do I look again? Okay! Ooh! What? I love fireplaces, and around this time of year in London, they start being used a lot. There's something soothing about watching the flames dance. But during the summer, the fireplace is demoted to a useless waste of space.
It's like Holmesy when he's not solving a case.
Ouch! I'm working on developing a colder place that can be used during the summer. An AC? It's an unbelievable place that can cool the room down. What do you think of that? If you were able to make something like that, your name would go down in history. It's a simple principle. It's just a matter of setting a fire in the place that burns cool. That's a good point. However, I can't get the fire to burn cool. I'm at my wit's end. That's too bad. Cold fire. Holmes. A large metal box has had a lace cloth draped over it to make it into a coffee table. The metal box is locked up tight with a sturdy-looking lock.
The case records my papa left behind are in there.
So I've heard. You never shown them to me, though.
They're a secret just between me and my papa. You better not go opening it. If you open it carelessly, you might get bitten.
Is there a snake? Is there some kind of beast in there or something? Pieces of evidence from cases Holmes-san has solved are lined up here. That's not quite right, Mr. Naruhodō. Pieces of evidence from cases I solved decisively are lined up there. To me, the case itself is its own reward, so I've collected those as mementos. I see. So what sort of case did this Napoleon bust come from? Bugger if I can remember. What's the point of keeping it as a memento then? Holmes. There's a bunch of documents and tools for conducting experiments crowded and stuffed in here. Susato-san loves having things clean, and it seems like the sort of place she'd dive right into to tidy up, but...
Even Susato-chan didn't try to lay a hand on that.
Huh. I wonder why.
It probably has to do with the miraculous way Holmesy's got everything balanced in there. Touch a single thing and it'll come crashing down.
Right.
Susato-chan probably gave up on trying to space everything out properly.
It kinda sounds like an exchange between two people who are experts at what they do. But in the end, it still just needs to be cleaned up. Speaking of cleaning up, hey, this thing is back now! Excuse me. There are a flashy mechanical device here. There's a very flashy mechanical device here. As I recall, it's called...
An all-purpose analysis scope. It can analyze anything.
It's the analysis part that doesn't make sense to me. Oh, I'm glad you pointed that out, Mr. Naruhodō. Huh? Well, say, that device does indeed spit out analysis results of a sort, but... I haven't the foggiest idea how to interpret those results. I see. So I figured I ought to get to work making an all-purpose interpreting machine. Sounds like you're making some pretty pointless things. Wow! Also, give me a second. Ooh, blah. Something seemed to have been caught in my throat there when I was reading, so... Alright, what are we looking at? We're looking at Iris's blackboard? Okay. Apparently, Iris-chan writes her ideas down on this blackboard. Today we have... blue garnet? I wonder what that means.
Oh, that! It's a jewel theft case Holmesy solved a long time ago. A garnet is a red jewel, and when it's cut into a round shape, it's called a carbuncle.
Huh? But you wrote blue.
Actually, he never did manage to find the blue garnet.
Huh?
So I was wondering what the stolen jewel really was. See? That's the biggest mystery of the case.
That's Holmes-san for you. Inexplicable at the most convenient times. The shelf, right? Yeah, okay. There are a bunch of different kinds of medicine bottles arranged on this cute-looking white shelf.
There are some dangerous chemicals in there, so don't go tasting them no matter how hungry you are.
Well, obviously, I wasn't going to taste them. I'm not a child. Says the boy who wanted to drink evidence in, like, DGS1.
I know, but Holmesy gulped down a whole bottle of one of my alkaloids not that long ago.
What?
He said he was hungry.
Anyway, I guess I better be careful too.
That's called a typewriter. I can type on it with my eyes shut.
I've seen you punching the keys with the force of a machine gun when your deadlines get close. Did machine guns exist back then? Maybe it did. I shrugs.
Come to think of it, I woke up from a really interesting dream the other day.
I mean, World War I didn't happen yet, right? So, I don't know my timelines of guns, but I feel like machine guns didn't exist yet.
I was typing for an hour in the pitch darkness, and yet I didn't make a single mistake.
Whoa, that's amazing.
But when I woke up, it turned out that the typewriter didn't even have paper in it. I wonder if I was even typing at all.
Oh, maybe you're just half asleep and imagining things. The scent of Iris-chan's herb tea changes every day. I'm looking forward to trying it.
I make new blends of tea with the herbs I grow in my garden.
When you say the word blend, it makes it sound kinda scientific.
Yep, you get a different result depending on the blend. There are ones that help you feel calm, or have fun, or restore your energy. Today's blend is really going to be something, so look forward to it, okay?
Something? Should I be concerned? Hello, Holmes. We shall talk to you now. Susato's letter. This was delivered this morning from the Great Japanese Empire by international post.
Ah, that's Susato's handwriting. Oh, I can't read a single word.
So, is your legal aid doing well? Yeah, she's not just doing well. According to the letter, the other day, she pulled off an outstanding victory as a defense attorney in the Japanese court.
Whoa, that's amazing! That's our Susato-chan.
I could tell she's on a different level from you, Mr. Naruhodō. I want a few not guilty verdicts too, you know. And get this, Souseki-san was a witness in that case. Souseki! That name doesn't ring any bells. What are you talking about? We helped him, remember? During those 2 murders that occurred on Briar Road. Oh, that shaggy-stashed, hunchbacked, mustachio fellow with a strange look in his eyes.
You mentioned his mustache twice.
His case left an incredibly strong, unforgettable impression on me after all. Well, I can't remember it all that well now, though. Yada yada. Holmes. Yeah, impressionable. Can't remember anything. Please. Something curious. So, what was it in that letter that struck you as curious? The boarding house specter case. You remember that, right, Holmes-san? That case! I can't help feeling like there might have been a case like that, but I can't be sure. Guess he's forgotten about it. In Susato-san's letter, she said that she wants me to read over the records again and look into it. That half-year-old case. I wonder why that could be. This is what Souseki-san told Susato-san after he returned to Japan. The reason that Susato-san was summoned back to Japan might have had something to do with the boarding house specter case. Oh? Apparently Susato-san's father was shaken when he heard about that case from Souseki-san, and then he sent an international telegram in order to call her back.
Oh, that case? There was something strange about it.
Eh?
I went to all the trouble of writing a nice manuscript about it, and I was getting ready to announce it. But then Holmesy made a mean face and said, "You can't make that case public." He made it sound really significant.
Oh? Did I do that? Holmes-san, does that mean you know something about it? About why Susato-san was called back to Japan 4 months ago? Susato's return home. Also, this track I will never get Mango Doll out of my head because of this track. Anyway, Susato's return home.
Susato-chan, it's been 4 months since we saw her off at Dover Harbor, hasn't it? It came as a huge surprise when she suddenly said she had to go home.
Yeah, I remember when she received that international telegram from the Great Japanese Empire. Yeah, that's right. Come back to Japan as quickly as possible, it said. As I recall, it contained news of her father's death, correct? No, it was a high fever of unknown cause. Don't go killing him off like that, please. But, according to this letter, the part about him having a fever was a lie.
A lie? So, Susato-chan's papa told a lie to get her to come back to Japan. Why in the world would he?
To be honest, I have no idea. But it seems she's pretty sure that it had something to do with what happened during the boarding house specter case. called her back so suddenly? Why could Susato-san's... What could Susato-san's father be hiding?
What do you think, Holmesy?
I really couldn't say. He changed outfits. When did you... What? This means I'm going to be busy now, too. Well, don't dwell too much on it. And if you do have way too much time on your hands... Now then, look after the place while I'm gone, Iris.
Okay, see you later, Holmesy.
Dodging the subject, Sherlock! I see what you're doing. He left. Professor Mikotoba isn't the only one hiding something. One of the two murders Souseki-san was involved in was prevented from being publicized. And by none other than Holmes-san.
Brilliant! I finally found it!
Iris-chan, is this...
It's the record of that case. I helped Susato-chan organize it. The boarding house specter case. You want to read it, Naruhodō-kun?
Of course. Thanks, Iris-chan. I can't even imagine what secrets might be hiding in this case, but maybe if I read the record, I might figure something out.
Alright, that's the spirit!
And so, I decided to read over it with Iris-chan. Everything from the start of the case, to the investigation, and that violent court battle. Piece by piece, I'm painstakingly dissecting that case. I'm searching for clues hidden within the case. I have nothing but time on my hands. After all, now I'm forbidden from standing in court in the Great British Empire. Poor Naruhodō! I think he almost had it's half a year now, right? He just hasn't been... Oh, this child. Half a year ago, a mysterious murder occurred in the dead of London winter. On the snow-covered sidewalk of Briar Road, a young woman collapsed after being stabbed in the back. Although thankfully her life wasn't taken, it took several days for her to regain consciousness. An attacker who was invisible in the fog. In an unlucky turn of events, the Japanese exchange student who happened to be walking along behind her was arrested. And that was Natsume Souseki-san. By the way, the one who got him caught was Holmes-san. As a fellow Japanese, Susato-san and I believed in him and defended him in court. And after a long battle, we somehow managed to win a not guilty verdict.
I am rejoicing!
Souseki-san had said happily, but early the next morning, a telegram arrived for us from Holmes-san. The victim that was stabbed on Briar Road regained consciousness. Come to St. Bartholomew's. Come to St. Bartholomew's Hospital as fast as you can. Bartholomew. That's hard. Susato-san and I hopped on a carriage to the hospital right away. Let's go back in time when things are cold again. Do, 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 do. It's February 21st, 5:30 a.m. St. Bartholomew's Hospital, the patient room. Hey, glad you're here, folks. Good morning, Holmes-san. This is no time for good mornings. You sure took your time getting here. What took you?
We received the telegram at 5, and it took about 20 minutes by carriage to get to the hospital.
Oh, there's still something in my throat. What the heck? And it's 5:30 now. I think we made pretty good time. Time isn't the issue. It's the fact that I felt like I had to wait so long. Right. Actually, I was awoken at 4 by someone knocking to give me a telegram. It didn't seem fair that I should be the only one to be woken up, so I sent a telegram to you lot too, folks. Rude. Anyway, over there is the recently reawoken victim. You ought to go say hi. I'll be watching from afar, folks. The English lady who was stabbed in the back on the snow-covered sidewalk 4 days ago.
I believe her name is Green-sama.
You know, this thing is telling me to examine stuff, so we'll probably be talking to her in the next video. So let's do that for now. There's a photo sitting here.
It appears to be of a young man.
He looks to be around the same age as Miss Green. It might be the English lady's special someone.
Oh my, Naruhodō-sama. You seem to have a good sense for this sort of thing.
Not really. I just said the first half-baked thing that came to mind. Naruhodo. There are various medicine bottles lined up on top of the cabinet. I wonder if it's really a good idea to keep them there.
Oh my, you might drink them while you were half asleep if it were you, Naruhodō-sama.
Yeah, but at least it seems to have a little lock on it.
But you might just open the lock up while you were half asleep if it were you, Naruhodō-sama.
Being half asleep doesn't give you special powers, you know. I love in DGS2 that they really run on with the joke of Naruhodo is willing to eat anything. Because it was really subtle in the first game. Like, it was really there in 1 and 2, and now they're just really going all out in this version.
Ah! Naruhodō-sama, there's a rat!
Huh? A rat in a hospital? That doesn't seem good.
But that rat-sama is all fat and round, and looks very healthy.
I wonder if I should be saying that's a great hospital for you about that. We're looking at this one now? There are a bunch of different glass medicine bottles lined up on this cabinet too. I wonder if it's a really good idea to keep them there.
Oh my, you seem like you might drain them dry if you got hungry, Naruhodō-sama.
Yeah, but at least it seems to have a little lock on it.
But you seem like you might just pick that lock if you were hungry, Naruhodō-sama.
I won't turn into a criminal just because I'm hungry, you know? I don't know! This seems to be a list of reminders about the patient. Let's see here. Please do not feed thoughtlessly. What is this, a zoo?
Come to think of it, there were similar warnings hung up around the neighborhood park.
Those were probably talking about the pigeons. The ones sleeping here are human. That's quite a harsh thing to write, especially with the person in question right there. This seems to be a list of reminders about the patient. Let's see here. Please don't run recklessly around the hospital.
The fact that the patient isn't here right now...
It might mean that they're running around, here in the hospital.
Oh my, how concerning.
Maybe it'd be better if they just discharged them. Alright, that's it. That's all I have on the examining thing, so we're right on cue of me having to talk to Viridian. So Viridian will be in the next video. And, oh, this will be very interesting. And actually kind of cool. She was the victim in one of the cases, and now we're actually getting to talk to her. That's pretty cool. So anyway, stop it here, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!